Hello everyone, I'm Doc Hot Pants. We're playing some more Manor Lords today. We'll be playing Fractured Realm on challenging settings. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Yeah, carrots, there we go. Nobody lives there yet, of course, but that's okay. Still have a few houses to fill, but they should be incoming over the next few months, so that's fine. That's good. Let's get a horse, get 3 more traders going. Man, the weather on this region is awful. And let's upgrade these hitching posts that we're going to need for the horses for the trading post. Yeah, so we're growing a little more than I had anticipated, but that's fine. Of course, that means that we're going to have more archers. Yeah, wait a second. I'm considering adding maybe another trade item that can make us a little bit of money without investing too much. Yeah, I think we're just going to sell bows. None of the AI is going to buy it anyway. So let's sell that down to a surplus of, let's say, 5. Yeah, I mean, of course, shields is going to make us more, but, you know, we have the bowyer already. So we might as well take advantage of that. We have plenty of planks that we can use for that. I think we may instruct the saw pit to produce up to 120 planks. Yeah. So we're pretty strong here. We're going to invest in more retinue in just a bit as well, just in case. And I'm just waiting for one of the AI opponents to start claiming territories. So we'll see whether they go for ours or whether they go for another one. I don't think we're going to settle another region, although we might. It might be good for our treasury to settle another region. We would have enough to claim the first AI territory. Should we? Hold on. Let's... Should we claim one of our AI opponents? They have stone. Stone makes a good amount of money. So that would be pretty awesome. And they have iron. That would make quite a bit of money as well. And they also have stone, so it probably would be smarter to go for the ones who have iron. That also means they likely have a lot of people. Yeah, we saw those 2 spear units and the retinue. It also means they have, yeah, I think we're going to have to wait just a little bit just to make a bit more money, grow our treasury just a bit more. Again, we do have an issue with money because our trade resources are really weak compared to our opponents. Fuel isn't looking all that great, so I think we'll be adding another person right there. The hunters should start working again, and then, yeah, we'll be adding another forager hut. Let's see, the salt is probably exhausted. Yeah. Oh no, they still have some salt. So they can keep working for just a bit longer. And let's add that forager real quick. Excuse me, we can add them here. And let's see. Yeah, we have a good variety of food, so that's really good. That's probably helping us with the approval quite a bit. General goods isn't great because, yeah, firewood is lacking, but that's okay. We'll take care of that. Overall, I don't think we're holding up okay, considering the weak resources that we have. Get them a second horse. This is, of course, going to fill in last, but that's fine. We're slowly moving toward actually having honey and wax to sell as well. And then the bows will hopefully make us some money soon as well. So Clay tiles are finally picking up now, so that's good. So we're going to keep investing people in there as well. Surface deposit is still strong. Do still have extra clay, but let's get that forager going first. And then we're going to add more people in the clay furnace just to make sure that we're taking, you know, as much advantage of the resource that we have. Overall, though, I'm quite content with how it's been going. Again, we are on challenging settings. We're only in year 3. We have 2.4k in influence, which is pretty good. Food is looking good. Fuel is going to improve in just a second. We are charging quite a bit in taxes. I think we'll be... Oops, didn't mean to do that. I think we'll be reducing this to 20%. I think that'll be quite enough. Of course, that also means because we aren't artificially reducing our wealth all the time, that means the regional wealth can grow, and so our treasury can grow as well. So all of these are filled in now, so the next trade item will be coming in, so that's pretty good. Next horse should be coming soon as well. And then, yeah, let's buy the next horse. Should be coming in at some point. Yeah, let's get a second forager in there. Overall, again, approval is looking okay. They're not happy with the taxation, that's fine, but our market food variety is really good, and it'll only get better. Well, we can also add more people into the granary and the storehouse in just a bit as more people come in. But yeah, we're doing okay. 866 in the treasury now, that's pretty good. Progress is good. Again, our defense is strong enough with the retinue that we have. Again, we're going to be adding more retinue. Actually, we could do that right now. Let's get those dudes up to 12 for now. They're not going to be our main line of defense, but I like having them. And then, of course, 66 archers in defense of the village is fine. But we do need to be prepared for the AI to come for us. And it's probably going to be around September. So I think in August we'll be investing in some mercenaries. The battles with the AI have become a whole lot more difficult than they used to be. So be prepared for that. That's good. So end of August, we'll be hiring our first few mercs. Let's get that horse. Get one more person in here, because we do have a bit of a surplus of clay, so we can use someone else in the clay furnace. And then, of course, in just a couple of months, this will fill in as well. So that's going to be pretty good. And even if they can't harvest all of the field, doesn't matter. The carrots that they're going to bring in they're going to make a lot of money. So question is, should we hire mercenaries end of August or shouldn't we? Are they going to come for us, or are they going to come for an empty region first? And of course our treasury isn't looking great just yet, so that's a bit of an issue. Save. Actually, let's go to 15%. And maybe 15% of height. We're going to need 6,000 in influence to claim our opponent's territories. We're just going to have to be prepared for that. So let's have a look where the bandit camp is. Right over there. And what mercenaries do we have? These dudes are pretty good. These dudes are also good, but they're also very expensive. We got 162 into the treasury. We had these dudes as a standing army, basically. That would mean we would still add to the treasury. Yeah, I think we're going to hire them. And keep them as a standing army, I think. Send them there. Actually, these do... Nope, not shoot at will. Spread out. They're gonna go... here. That's a bit overkill with the bandits, but, you know, we don't want to lose anyone. Yeah, you know what? We'll just send them. Oops. No, no, actually, yeah, you can go there. And then you can go for them.
Destroy them.
Yeah, perfect. Send that directly to the treasury. And then you... No, you line up here. There we go. Okay, and then all of them can join us here. Of course, it's... I don't usually do standing armies with mercenaries. But as the battles have become more difficult, I think it makes sense to be prepared. And I do intend to make more money, so we should be good with regard to costs. 2 more people. Let's get that, and let's get that last horse. Of course, more traders means better trade, so it does make sense to build more trading posts. Of course, there's still more people incoming. We might as well staff the buildings that we have. There are 2 more people incoming. Okay, you can stand right here. You can stand right here. And you can stand right there. Just don't stand in anyone's way, please. It is a bit overkill to have those as a standing army, but that's fine. Okay, we'll be making enough money out of the trade that we're making here. I might be upgrading them, actually. Just to make sure that they make the best of the harvests there. So, salt is exhausted. Let's demolish that. And then they can go into the granary, probably. Yeah, they can go into the granary. And then 1 more person into the storehouse. Of course, all of the 2nd level burgages want clothes now, which they're not going to get. Should we do some farming? We do have quite a bit of rye fertility here. So maybe we should be adding just a few more people. Yeah, let's do that and do just some farming. Not a lot, just some. So you can all go over there. Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna build a few more houses. Where are we gonna place you? All right, you're just gonna go into the back end here. Six. Let's get that into high maintenance just to get some more logs going. These are all filled. This should be fine. This should be producing quite a bit of carrots. Yeah, treasury change is fine. So yeah, we're fine with having these dudes as our standing army. Yeah, let's go for 2 farmhouses. Now, we're not going to go overboard with the farming, but just, you know, to produce some rye bread, which is, of course, also going to be a nice trade item to have. Sure that we're using the most fertile ground here, so all of that area can be farming. I really don't appreciate that those overlays go away once you build a road. But it is what it is. And let's get those 2 hitching posts up as well. And of course we're going to need a windmill. Fortunately, we're going to have to go for a communal oven because the baker is now a level 3 building and we're not going to be leveling up to level 3. That's just not worth the investment. Not for this playthrough anyway. For any other playthrough, sure. But not for this one. Okay, so the trader is full. They have the horses. Give them the instruction to sell rye bread as well. So anything over 40 rye bread will be sold. And let's get those oxen. Do we still have salt? No. Okay, all the salt is exhausted, so we might as well allow pork on the market. And the butcher has pretty much outlived their usefulness. We'll be demolishing them. We have enough houses. And we'll be adding another house up there as well. But for now, I'd really like to focus on getting the farmhouses up. Because we don't need the windmill until October. Yeah, so treasury is now looking really good. Trade is looking so much better. So regional wealth is growing nicely. I think we might actually add someone into the church as well, just in case someone dies, which of course we don't want, but, you know, should it happen, we'll be prepared. Let's upgrade that as well. Upgrade that as well. Upgrade the farmhouse right away. And then once all of that is prepared, we're going to be building for the first few fields anyway. Okay, let's get yet another ox. And because this is non-fertile ground, we're going to do a 1 crop 3-year rotation for all of the fields. It's not really necessary to do this, but in the end, it's still going to take a while until we have enough influence to go for our opponents. So we might as well do something, you know, sensible with the time. Let's get 3 families in here. And then start building our fields. I do like having easy access in there. It's also going to make it easier to actually size the fields. Yeah, let's get those fields built. The slim fields are better for the oxen to plow. It makes sense to build them in this shape. Although it doesn't look like the fields where I grew up look, but it's okay. So we have another family coming in soon. So we'll be having 4 families in here. So we're going to need 12 fields of almost equal size. Four more. And so I think we're taking the best advantage of what's here. And of course, we're going into less fertile territory here. Yeah, let's add that one as well. Yeah, I think that's fine. And that one as well. So that's the basic setup right there. They have the 2 oxen, so that's good. And I think we'll actually go... Actually, no, we're not doing that. We're upgrading that first. And then once that upgrade is through, we're going to be spreading the families between the 2 buildings. Wait for another oxen, of course, but... Oh, we have 9 horses? Did I buy one too many? That's a bit weird. Alright, then we're just gonna add yet another trader. Whatever. I mean, if we, grow more than what I had anticipated, that's not really a problem. Yeah, let's get a 4th family in there. Oh, performance. Once the farms are all set up, we're going to take care of all of those backyard extensions. How are we looking here? That's looking okay. Yeah, treasury is now looking good. There are performance drops now. It's with AI on the map. I guess that'll continue to be an issue. Okay, bandit camp. Where are they? Over there. So we'll be sending one of our standing army dudes, or should we be going for a second standing army? So we're now making 260 per month. And we're paying 90 for these dudes. Let's sign them up as well. Yeah, have them go for the bandits. It's just the one camp, right? Yeah. Okay, you can run. But that also means that we already have 2 pretty powerful mercenary groups under our control. So that's pretty helpful. Just, what we pay for, the AI opponents can't have. Let's line them up. At first, I was totally overwhelmed with having to come up with a strategy or whatever to beat anyone, and I kept losing when I first started playing the game. In the meantime, it's really not that hard. Just try to be smart about where you position your people, and it should be fine. The same with trade. Once you know what to do, it gets so much easier. Alright, the farmhouse is up. We have not enough oxen, so let's order another one. Yeah, money is okay now. Trade is looking so much better. Let's go for last year. So leather is making us good money. That's good. Mushrooms is still going strong. The tiles are getting so much better. Yeah, so again, versatile trade is going to help. That way you also don't ruin sales prices and everything. Yes, sire. So I'm a big fan of having more than just one trade item. So last person that comes in is going to go into the windmill. And then we're going to go with 4 families. One of them is going to go into the windmill, and then we're going to have the communal oven, which is not ideal, but, you know, it's better than not having it. So let's just place that there. I think the granary is instructed not to take any of that. Let me pause this real quick here. I've read on the forum a very interesting viewpoint on the granaries. I usually set up my granary to not accept any raw material, no crops, nothing. And I usually don't need that because, you know, there's a lot of storage in the farmhouse. However, one of the arguments that someone on the Steam boards made is if you have a granary that accepts those goods, they will also be collecting those goods from the fields. So we're going to try that today. We're going to give these dudes a granary, and they will be accepting rye sheaves. So we'll see whether that actually does anything positive. We are April of year 4. I'm a bit surprised that our opponents haven't claimed any territory yet. But it'll come. At some point, it'll come. You know, we have the worst set of resources in the game compared to them. So I'd be very surprised if we were further in development than they are. So we'll be creating quite a bit of rye sheaves here. That's pretty good. 4 and 4, that's good. Now let's see, where can we remove someone? Yeah, I think we're going to build just a couple more houses. Just a couple in addition to the ones that we have. Oh, maybe. Okay, let's go with these 4. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I do want someone in that granary. I think for now we'll just be removing one of the... Yeah, let's remove the forester and get them in here instead. And they will be doing only crops. We might as well do grain as well. We're not going to have malt. We're not Yeah, no honey and none of that. So they're only going to support the families with collecting the harvest. So let's see how that works. Okay, treasury is growing nicely. That's good. And how much? Yeah, 250 in, 180 out. That's fine. So we're still on a positive balance there. So that's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. So they are claiming this, and we will be opposing that. Let's save first. Let's see whether they've, yeah, they haven't hired the mercs yet. It's going to be a lot of money to pay for them for 3 months, but we're going to do it. And we're going to oppose this. Let's see, where do they arrive? They arrive here. It's weird that sometimes you can't choose them. Oh, they're already engaged for some reason. That's a bit... Ah, okay, that makes sense then. Anyway, but you're gonna have to go to the battlefield, which is here. You're gonna advance to that battlefield as well. And these dudes are also going to advance to the battlefield. We're gonna have to make sure that we're not surprised by anyone. So they will be defending our region here, as will they. And they will also go to the battlefield. Yeah. Okay. So what's going on here? They can go to them. Okay, and then they can also go to the battlefield. Yeah, I'm not worried about those dudes over there. Yeah, this should be interesting. Okay, so you do shoot at will. Stand your ground. And we'll stand on the battlefield here. That's all a bit too yeah, that's a bit much with regard to being in the woods. I'm not a big fan of that. You stand there. Okay. One here. You can attack, no, yeah, you can attack them directly. We are on the battlefield, so that's good. Let's keep an eye on the dates. We're good here. We are on the battlefield here. These dudes are gonna go help. Okay, there we go. Very good. So we can release them. We're also going to release them. We're going to keep the other dudes. Of course, they've been reduced in numbers quite a bit, so I might actually let them go and rehire them at some point. But for now, we're good. We have that one additional region now for nothing, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, so that was successful at least. But yeah, the AI opponents have become a lot more aggressive and better in their tactics. Not great in their tactics, but better. So it means they seem to be the most aggressive ones if they came for us just now. So I'm tempted to go for their region. Because that's going to make us quite a bit of money, and we have the influence. Yeah, so let's wait until August and claim their territory. We're going to move them all into position over there. These graphics are weird because they're moving already, but their bubbles are still there, so that's a bit weird. But anyway, people came in here, so let's pause this real quick. Let's get one more person into this granary, and I definitely want all of these to be producing something, and I think we're gonna go for chicken. All of these are already producing. I think we could use some more chevron as well. And all of those are gonna get the chevron as well. Just gonna have to remember to actually buy the goats. Okay, we'll just stay here. Don't advance into their territory. This is fine. Okay. We'll be adding this one additional burgage here as well.